We begin today with trade talks between South Korea and the United States, which appear to be in their final stages. Senior Korean trade officials in Washington held a meeting with the U.S. Commerce Chief Howard Lutnick and sat down for talks with senior White House officials over shipbuilding cooperation. Our Moon Ji-young starts us off.
As high-ranking South Korean government officials have entered the final phase of their talks in the United States, their first day of negotiations concluded with Presidential Chief of Staff for Policy Kim Yong-beom saying that they've had sufficient discussions lasting 2 hours. Presidential Chief of Staff for Policy Kim Yong-beom, Industry Minister Jung-kwan, and Trade Minister Han-koo met with U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick at the Department of Commerce in Washington, D.C. on Thursday. The industry minister met with Lutnick again after approximately 2 weeks to continue discussions aimed at narrowing differences over the proposed $350 billion investment package. Upon their arrival, the minister and presidential chief of staff held their first official meeting with Ross Delvat, director of the Office of Management and Budget, where they discussed measures for shipbuilding cooperation between the two countries. While the OMB is not directly involved in tariff negotiations, the South Korean delegation expects that emphasizing Korea-U.S. shipbuilding cooperation will positively influence efforts to reconcile differences regarding the $350 billion investment package.
The OMB is a very crucial entity for the shipbuilding cooperation project. We are visiting the office as we want to listen to what it has to say and share each other's views on shipbuilding industrial cooperation between our country and the U.S.
Earlier, Kim said that both nations are negotiating in the most earnest and constructive atmosphere. Regarding U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent's expectation of results within 10 days, the official took it as a positive sign.
When the U.S. expects a result within 10 days, that apparently represents its interim assessment of the negotiations with us, and I read it as a sign that is not bad.
Kim also emphasized the critical importance of the Korea-U.S. summit scheduled for the end of this month, held on the sidelines of the APEC leaders meeting in Gyeongju. Reinforcing the delegation's efforts, Finance Minister Koo Yoon-chol, who is in Washington for the IMF General Assembly, met with Bessent, acknowledging Korea's difficulty in meeting the U.S.'s $350 billion upfront investment demand. He noted that while U.S. secretaries understand Seoul's position, President Donald Trump's persuasion remains uncertain. He expressed concerns that paying the full amount upfront would undoubtedly pose a problem for Korea's foreign exchange stability. Moon Ji-young, ArirangNews.